Welcome back. Wizard 101. So, let's talk. It is currently 4:27 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to switch things up. And remember when I mentioned, way back in my, first video, that I might show off the Death Wizard right there, the Necromancer? Well, I've kind of been working on her. With the help of my wife. And she's level 14. Questing in Crab Alley right now. If you remember, this guy, he has not finished up Firecat Alley yet. And the reason for the switch is simple. If you remember back when I was talking about the pet situation where he got the imp, and I told you it was not a good pet, because it's not. No blades. And I also mentioned to you that the pet situation, it is a situation all of its own. It is garbage to try to get a pet. It's gonna cost so much gold. So yeah. In order for me to get a pet for this myth that's gonna be viable and help out, because remember, a pet can make you or break you in this game. And more oftentimes than not, having the wrong pet and having the wrong kind will hurt your progress bad. So the holdup with this Myth Wizard is going to be the pet. It's going to cost a good amount of gold to train that imp up to an adult, to where I can go get a pet from the kiosk. And then I'm going to have to be able to afford that pet from the kiosk. You're looking at base 40,000 gold. So this myth don't really have that, and it would be a nightmare. But enough talk, enough rambling. We're gonna make a switch. We're gonna get on the Necro, and this is where we're gonna stay. I have a pet for her. I have 2 pets I can choose from for her. She's got the gear, as you can see. She's level 14. I took her through. I did Firecat. I did Triton Avenue and Cyclops. I've already done Colossus Boulevard. I'm on Crab Alley. Let's get into it. And again, the reason for the switch is because I'm more equipped on this. As you see, I'm more equipped on this wizard. And it's just going to be easier for progression's sake. And, well, Necro is something I know the most. I don't know really well the schools, other than Necro really well. This one I can give you a lot of good tips and tricks, and power creep secrets. The other wizards, the other schools, I just simply cannot. But there's my stats. 16 damage. Okay resist. Decent accuracy. So we're gonna jump into this. Now let me show you real quick the spells. So this right here I got off of a necklace. This one I trained. So I'm going to show you how I use a Necro as opposed to everyone else. What everyone else will probably do at this point is put Banshee in. I will not use her because the whole shtick of a Necro is for healbacks, and that's what Ghoul does. It does a 160 base damage, and you get half back. So basically, with a Necro, what damage you do, you get half of that back. So you really want to make sure you do all the damage you can to get all the health back you can. That's the difference between your progression and just standing still and losing fight after fight after fight and going nowhere. So I guess the best way for me to say it is, do you want to hit for 200 damage and only get 100? Or would you rather hit for 300 damage and get 150 health back? That's 50 more. I will take the latter. That's the difference between progression and no progression. Don't worry about Threefold Fever. We're not in PvP. Sacrifice, it's okay to use later, because Sacrifice, you're going to take 250 damage to get 700. It sounds like a good trade-off. But remember, you have to take in account your damage here. So I would be hitting myself for more than just that 250. And that could be the difference between going, oh crap, I accidentally used Sacrifice and I got, 245 health left. Well, you're finished if you do. Because it's not going to take that into account or add that for you or bolster for you. So, anyway, we're in Crab Alley. We're in the Warren right now. My wife is with us. She's on her death. She's an Azteca. That's a level 80 area. So we're in this situation now. If you remember, I told you we're going to start requiring someone to quest with us, because it's going to get to a point where the enemies start coming to you 2 at a time, and that started happening in Colossus Boulevard. As we go along here, you'll see what I'm talking about. So I got to place fortification while down here in the Warrens. So you'll see what I'm talking about once we start getting into fights. They'll come 2 at a time instead of 1 at a time like you were seeing. And of course, if you were, familiar with this game, then you'll understand until you get an AoE, it's not fun to fight these things 2 against yourself.
Good job. These shell walls will help me defend the line, and the scarecrow. Excellent. Now we can focus on finding King Thermidor. You'll need to defeat some Riverclaw guards.
So if you're unaware, the whole premise of Crab Alley is there's a fake king that you're essentially overthrowing. And here's the Riverclaw guards. You're basically overthrowing a fake king to get the real king back on the throne again and rule like he's supposed to. And then there's a small little romance story along with it. It is what it is. But yeah, we're almost done with the entirety of Wizard City. We just got to get through all this, and then we'll be done. We'll be going on to the next world. And two, my wife is also putting blades on me. It helps out. And you notice how we got 3 of them? That's because there's 2 of us in this fight. If she was out of it, then it would be me against 2 of them. And it's not fun. At all. And another blade. And when it's my turn again, I'm gonna hit. Alright, so if you have a disruption right about then, last video I told you I had to figure out my headset situation. It was crumbling and getting staticky. Well, I figured it out. And what it is that every now and then, and I guess it has something to do with the controller, PS5 controller, it's that connection that starts getting staticky. There's nothing wrong with the video, there's nothing wrong with the recording, and you're not getting the feedback anyways. I watched the last video back and I didn't hear the static, but I was getting it in my headset, so there's something about that. So if you ever have a disruption of sound, it's just me pulling out the headset from the controller and putting it back in to get that to go away.
Hey! Oh, no more. The Crab King is held beyond the Alcazar in the depths of the Wailing Cavern.
Alright, so we gotta go all the way back to the guy at the beginning and talk to him. We just found out that the real king is being held in the Alcazar. And we're gonna have to do something about that.
The Wailing Cavern? Oh, that doesn't sound good. Not at all. Clearly, we need to rescue King Thermidor from the clutches of these brutes. I need you to scout the Alcazar. That's their fancy
So,
name for a castle. And see if you can't.
that's
find a
actually the
secret
last
way
area
to sneak in.
of the Warrens and Crab Alley. But there's still a little bit we have to do. And when I say a little bit, I don't know, about 7, maybe 8 more questing pieces of quest lines.
A small passageway into the Alcazar is hidden back here, but it's too dark to navigate. Maybe Captain Roderick will have an idea what to do next.
Back to Homeboy up there.
I'll wait right here for you, because you gotta collect the fish, and then you gotta go back there. So I'll just wait right there for you.
Yeah, why did I just go back to the same area again? Sorry, my wife was talking to me. In this game, when you play with somebody else, it's a good idea to use the port system. It's a very good idea to use the porting system to port to your friend. It helps. It helps speed things up. These big fish right here are what we're going to collect so we can go into what they're calling the Wailing Caverns. Kelp. I'm going to be collecting stuff so I can sell it and keep up with my TCs. So yeah, I got TCs for this wizard.
A dark passageway, you say? Perf, have you seen? They'll swim into the tunnel right your way.
Let's go get them. Alright. Here's one. Here's two. Here's three. Four. Five. And there's one over there that we're going to go get. It'll be 6.
You now have a
That's the
school
last
for
one.
glowfish. You should take them to the dark passage by the Alcazar.
And port back to my boss.
You release the glowfish.
All right, here we go.
Into the dark and enter the secret. You have entered the Wailing Cavern.
Yeah,
Now to
they
find
light
the
up. They give you light, so you can see here. It's nothing special. Something interesting to note: those telluric eels, back in the day, they used to be the Storm School, and now they're Balance School. It is what it is. Here's the actual king right here.
Why, hello! Are you here for the sound check? Great to see you!
So basically, our
Always
job
good
is to
be
put
a
him back
fan.
on the throne. Find the missing guard. So we got to go back out. Remember those cages that we've been passing up? Those are the guards. They've been held captive, so we got to go free them. There's one. And oh, keep going around. 2, 3, and I think there was one over here. It was. Four.
The king's
Go back. It's so nice to have someone to port to.
A super smart science guy? How did they get one? We need to Maybe you're brave enough
Oh
to
boy,
check
okay,
it out.
so back here. Tight quarters.
An electrified gate.
Electrified gate, someone doesn't want you getting inside. Okay. We gotta do something about that.
An electrified gate! An electric gate! You know, one of them...
Telluric eels, okay. We need 2 of them. She's with us, so we're gonna have 3. Now, technically, quite technically, she should be going first because she's got the most health. She can take the hits. But that's okay, I'm gonna be a gentleman this time and I'm gonna go first. Now, keep in mind, we're not going to get an AoE early like we would have on the Myth Wizard. At level 22 on the Myth, we would have gotten Humonga Frog, which would be our first AoE. On this one, well, we're going to be strung out in pasture for a while. We have to wait till level 48 to get Scarecrow. That's going to be our first AoE here with the Necro. Does it suck? Absolutely. But we have to make do with what we got for the moment. But with Necro, it's actually really easy to make do with that. Because at level 16, we're going to get Vampire, which is a real hard-hitting spell that we're going to get a lot of heals from. So, the pet you see me with, if you're not familiar with the pets and this game, this has a healing attribute on it. What you just saw was energizing battery. It heals you big in the beginning, but then it gives you a small heal over time. And it's got one more heal on it, which is Unicorn. And Unicorn heals everybody in your party. And if you didn't know it, here's the first AoE spell we're going to get that my wife's getting ready to use. It's Scarecrow. But if you're familiar with the game, you know what Scarecrow can do. It absolutely can ransack all the enemies. It is a very powerful spell. Oh, and you'll notice that she also has on certain type of gear. That's Waterworks gear. That's at level 60. Dungeon gear. Alright, she crit, and we're not going to crit until level 50 until we start getting the gear that's going to let us crit.
You think you have enough
So if you crit,
to try to
that
overrule
equals
the gate?
more damage you do. But we're a far cry from critting. Why am I a ghost? Tell me that.
This must be the storm chamber.
Wizard, your magical eye.
Okay. Dr. Zygmunt. Did y'all catch that? Dr. Zygmunt? I think they mean Dr. Sigmund, and that's Dr. Sigmund Freud, a great psychologist from back in the day. Before my time, before your time. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, and my wife can correct me, and anybody else that knows can correct me, the reason she ported to me in here, she waited for me to get in and get into battle, and then ported to me, is because I think there used to be, and I think still is, a glitch, to where if she would have ported right along with me, something would have happened in this, and we would have had to have redone this fight. If I'm not mistaken.
No, actually, with this situation is you gotta talk to him first, and I've gone in right away.
Yeah, okay, that's what it is. So, a good note here, if you're questing with somebody, hold on just a second, let me fix my headset. If you're questing with somebody, if you both are on the same quest, it's fine to go in together. But if you have someone else, an upper level wizard to help you out, and they go in, all you would get to do is fight him, because you have to talk to him first, like you saw. Alright, I'm gonna give her a blade and let her do some damage.
You also might want to explain to them about the different colored pips, so they understand that better.
I'll explain pips later on. Basically, you're seeing her get black pips. If you look at her board, she'll get black pips, and I don't. That's because there's a thing in this game called Arch Mastery. You start getting it naturally at level, I think, 50. Yeah, level 50, you start getting it naturally. So the power pips that you see me get every now and then, those gold ones, those kind of stop becoming a thing, and you start getting school pips, which is Arch Mastery, which it matches to your school. So if you're Necro, you get a black pip. If you're Fire, you get orange. If you're Myth, you get still kind of a bluish gold. If you're Storm, you get purple pips. That's really the only difference. They still count as 2, just like a power pip. And then obviously your white ones are your singles.
Now that you've walloped some sense into me, I thought to teach you. I had no idea.
Now we gotta go collect storm batteries.
For the broken pieces of the storm batteries and bring them back here.
And we're gonna be powering up those 3 container module looking things. And also, while I'm thinking about it, I'm probably gonna start another playthrough series, not just Wizards 101 here. I'm probably going to do something else too. I haven't decided what to do yet. It could be quite possibly a Resident Evil game, or it could be, I don't know, something else. I'm not sure yet. I have to think about that to see what else. I play more than just Wizard 101. I do all types of games. The one type you'll never see me do, actually, is PvP content. Anything that requires me to get online and PvP or whatever, I'm not going to do that kind of content. I don't like those types of games, and I'm not really good with them anyways. Things that I can do like this on my own, where you got the opportunity to either solo it or partner up with somebody. I would much rather do that. That's my type of game, like the single player. Now this is an MMORPG, and because it's an MMO, you are playing
Good work finding the broken
technically with other people, but you still have the option to be by yourself on this and play it by yourself. If I'm playing with anybody, it's just my wife. I don't play with other people. Number one, this is console, and they don't have a typing feature on it to where you can talk to other people and explain to them what to do in the fights if they've never done it. Which I'm kind of glad console don't have that, and probably never will have it. Because if you're that kind of person that likes to get hot-fingered and type a lot and say the wrong things, that could get you into trouble. And you would be going against TOS, the terms of service of this game. You have to be nice in this game. You have to be really nice. And so fortunately, you don't have the opportunity to start giving people a lot of crap. And I like that. It don't give you that opportunity to get into some hot water. So it's kind of a protection. It's not, if you hear others talk about it, it's not what the game lacks. It doesn't lack that at all. Yes, it don't have it, but at the same time, that's kind of your protection. And I'm kind of grateful for that anyways. Because I know back in the day before I became a better person, I'd be hot on that keyboard telling, you know what, are you a dummy? Are you stupid? You don't do this. You didn't even, you know. Instead of giving somebody down the road, just play your game. It's easy to get frustrated with other people, but just try not to. And what you're going to find out if you're on console here is the frustration can build rapidly. So you saw her fizzle, that was rare. Too bad we don't get splash shields off this scarecrow. My wife and I talked about that one time, how that would be kind of cool actually if Necros could give like a little bit of splash damage, or I mean splash heals off those healbacks. That would kind of be epic. I think that would be great. Oh, bye. Zygmunt. Yo, level up. And what are we now? I think 15? Yeah, 15. One more level and we get our vampire, folks.
I'm Simeon. Come and see me when you get a chance. I have news for you about housing. I'm in near the boys' dorm.
We could. Anything you do in this game will give you XP. But I'm gonna warn you, not all side quests are worth getting the XP. There's Doug. That's a quest. That's another dungeon that we can do now because we're level 15.
You can still do it at higher levels, but you will find more rewarding challenges elsewhere.
It's not rewarding to do that at all. I will be honest with you and upfront. It is a very, very hard dungeon, and the boss cheats, and I mean cheats. And I'm not really ready for a cheating boss this early in the game, so we're gonna bypass it. And it's not even critical that we do it even. It's not a needed or a necessary adventure. Pulled into battle. Now remember I was telling you a little while ago, and a video or two ago, maybe 3, that if you don't watch it, enemies will pull you. Well, that's what just happened. You saw it with your own eyes. They will pull you from what was supposed to be a safe area and pulled us into battle. It's a cheat. This game will cheat you, and I've already said it before, I don't like this game. I play it because I know a lot about it, and I can help some people out along the way. I'm trying not to let this game get to me. It's so hard though not to let it. This is a big casino. All right, everything you do is based on RNG. It's a casino. Sometimes, no matter if you make good choices in your casting and what you do here, you could still end up suffering very bad or even possibly losing. It's just, it's bad. It's not good.
Especially when you don't have full health.
I could make a whole entire hour video on how much it sucks. See right there, I fizzled. I should not have fizzled at my level and with 10 accuracy. But the game decided, you know what, screw you. You're not going to cast this time because we want to hit you more. That's pretty much what happened. And because we want shields. I'm just going to let her hit with Scarecrow. Screw that. I'm not going to put up with that right now. Boy howdy. That'll overcook your grits real quick. If you know, you know. Mercy me. Yeah, I'm bothered. You could tell. I'm a little bit more quiet than I normally am. That bothers me. Well, it is what it is. Yeah. That doesn't mean I have to agree with it necessarily. Alright. Royal Tower. Here I come, baby.
The royal seal, huh? Of course, go right in.
King Amadeo. Finally, we get to beat his butt. We're gonna toss him out so the rightful king can come in and we can be done with this godforsaken street. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta avoid him. Yes, we found you out and we're gonna kick your booty. What a boss. 385 health. Don't you love it? What a boss. Oh, hey, I just noticed. We're over 1,000 health. Has that ever been a thing? And my headphone keeps buzzing and making noises. Alright, I'm gonna do the polite thing and take him out. Good, you fizzled. Ha ha! Meet Ghoulie. Yeah. 1,099. Take that.
I am undone. To be defeated
Yeah.
in such a strange
Well, there he is.
foreign
The
land.
actual king. He's gonna want us to go talk to Catherine.
I know.
His little love interest.
Go to my inviting guests and craft a poem expressing my gratitude.
So I think we're going to deliver this to her, and then we're going to come back to him one last time, and I think that'll do it for Crab Alley. Which is really good timing, because we only got about 20 more minutes worth of recording we can do. So this is handy. This is good. And this is going to be a common theme now. It'll be a common theme where my wife is going to be helping me out here and going through things with me. Because remember, I don't have an AoE yet. So.
You did it!
Yep, she's happy.
Hello in my dark.
And the love letter, it works. And we're going to go back to the king real quick. He's going to be so happy that she responded like she did. And
Oh, she liked the poem.
yeah, she liked the poem.
I cannot
All right.
We will make
Now
sure
we're going
the
to close it out by
river flow
talking to
not damage
Homer.
any further.
His name is So Homer, but I call him Homer. Just because it's easier. This is Triton Avenue. If you don't know, if you've never played before, this is Triton Avenue. One of the streets that you have to quest on.
You're back. It looks like, what's that? A Tale of Two Kings.
Rockin' outfit, it's ugly, I always sell it.
Writing poetry? That's quite an adventure you had, young wizard.
Okay. Let's go to the bazaar and sell some stuff. First of all. And remember that Dug thing I said? That's what it is right there. It's, yeah, we're not. I don't feel like pulling my hair out by the roots. There's gonna be a lot you see that I don't do. Like skeleton keys are a thing in this game. Let you go fight secret bosses to where you can get spell elements to get other spells you otherwise wouldn't get. It's not worth it to me because those bosses cheat. And they cheat very bad, and you need a lot of spell elements to get that particular spell that you're going after. So you can easily spend between 10 to 18 gold keys. And the gold keys are not that easy to get a hold of unless you're a completionist and you do every single quest on every single street in every single world. Then you'll get a skeleton key. So it's not, for me, it's not worth it. It's not something I do. We're level 15 now, so we can also start looking for different amulets and rings. And we could also start looking for decks too. Let's look for an amulet real quick. For level 15. What would be good for us? No. So far, nothing. So nothing is really good for us. What we got is the best we're going to get for an amulet. Now for rings. $100 health and 64 mana. Holy Jesus Christ. Yeah, 100 max health and 64 mana. 106 and 71, that's better. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to buy that, equip after purchase, yes, and then we're going to sell what we already had. Decks. Haha, another Necromancer deck. We are, in fact, going to take this. But we're not going to equip. We're going to do that manually. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you do, you lose out on your enchants. That's why. They will all go bye-bye. Get rid of these, and you're not getting rid of them, you're just making it to where they're unusable because we really can't use it right now. There we go. That's why you don't automatically just sell and equip your deck, because you'll just lose all that in your all your treasure cards, your enchants. All right. Did we sell everything we needed to? Crate of jelly beans can be sold. That can be sold. So yeah, this character can do dailies. That's what that's all about. You can do dailies here with this now. And you do that starting at level 12. Gonna sell that. That. This stuff is to sell for okay, now we've sold everything we possibly could. Alright. So. This would be a good place to leave it off. Actually. Next time, we're going to be starting a brand new world. We're going to be going to Krokotopia. And you may like it, you may not. I can take it or leave it. I'm not thrilled with Krokotopia. It's Egyptian themed. Some people will be looking forward to it, some won't. I've noticed I had a few more views on my videos. I appreciate those that did look at it, and whoever does, it's appreciated. A like and a subscribe would go a long way. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. It just helps me out in the long run. And with that being said, I appreciate it. I'll see you later.